Hello friends, today I'll discuss about slippage. I got this question from one of my subscriber. He attended one interview and that interview the interviewer asked her regarding the slippage. So before going to that answer, first I'm explaining what is slippage, all those things. After that I will go for that answer. Okay. Let's say you are the Scrum Master. Okay. And in your team you have, that means you are the Scrum Master, you have the developers as well as the product owner. So summation of all these three, that means you, Scrum Master, the developers as well as the product owner, it's a Scrum team basically. Now in the sprint planning event, some agile estimations are there. I'm not going to all those techniques, like what are the agile estimations technique for the story point estimation. I'll make a separate video for that. So during the story point estimation, let's say one of developer has said that this story point, or rather I can say this functionality, will take 3 hours. Okay. So based on that time, that means based on that 3 hours, the entire calculation has been done. Okay. So sprint planning event has been completed. Now the implementation phase is going on. You are the Scrum Master. Okay. One day that developers came to you and he or she is saying that initially I told you that it would take 3 hours, but now I am telling you that it would take 5 hours. Okay. So initially he or she told you that it would take 3 hours. Now he or she is telling that it will take the 5 hours. So there is a discrepancy. What is the discrepancy? The discrepancy of the story point estimation. Okay. This is basically known as slippage. Okay. So as a Scrum Master, what you will do for this type of scenario? First, you will check it's a repetitive scenario or not. If it's a repetitive scenario, that means each and every sprint this type of activity is going on. On that time, you need to check this thing in your sprint retrospective event, because sprint retrospective event is an event where you can talk with the developers, you can retro within your team, that means what we did, what went wrong, what are the things we can do for future to make those correction. Okay. So if it's repetitive thing, you need to check all those things to the sprint retrospective. Now keeping the doubt apart, let's say it is the first time, this is the first time such type of situation has occurred. Okay. So now I am telling you from my personal experience, what are the scenario is basically the background why such type of scenario has occurred. Basically during the sprint planning, let's say that particular developers, let's say the UI developer, so he is pro in UI side, that means on user interface side, but he or she doesn't have such type of such type of the experience, or rather I can say the such type of knowledge regarding the testing purpose. So he or she somehow misunderstood some things during the point of implementation, or during the time of implementation. She or he has came across all those things. Okay. So this can be the one scenario. What can be the other scenario? Let's say there are some dependencies there, but during estimation time your developer misunderstood that estimation, misunderstood that dependency part. Basically during the estimation time, misunderstood that dependency part. During the time of implementation, developers has understood that, oh, there is a dependency. So these all are the scenario where the slippage, that means initially I told you something, that means some time, and later point of time I am telling you the different time. So such type of scenario basically comes in picture. So these are the consequence. Okay. So as a Scrum Master, what I told you earlier, that if it's the repetitive thing, you have to check with your team during the sprint retrospective event. Now it's a one time, it is the first time it has occurred such type of scenario. So as a Scrum Master, you have to give some time to your developers within the sprint, of course within the sprint, because we can't exceed sprint not a single day. So you have to give some amount of time to your developers to finish that task, to complete that thing, and you should inform your developers as well that the next time onwards such type of scenario will not be accepted. This is basically known as slippage. So this was all about for today's video. This question was asked one of my subscriber in her interview. So that's all. So kindly share and subscribe my channel, so that those who are interested for the Scrum Master interview and those who are trying to go into those profiles, they will be also benefited for these videos. Thank you.